Hi everyone, it's Message Jesse here with an update on the Kylie Rodni case. They did admit that it was her car, but they ain't admitting whether her body was in the car. They had the press conference. Let's listen to a little of the press conference. I'm gonna find it. Let me see here. Kylie Rodni. Eileen Rodni. Oh, I love this. Kylie. Kaylee Rodney. Okay. Let's listen in. Advertisement.
And keep working towards the goal. And our goal, which has never changed from the beginning, is to find Kylie Rodni.
A 16-year-old vanished after a massive party in Northern California.
Everybody's pretty familiar with where the epicenter of this all occurred. And it is worldwide from that point, expanding out of where do you go.
A mother's plea for her daughter's safe return.
Kylie, we love you, and if you see this, please just come home. I want nothing more than to hug you.
16-year-old Kylie Rodni was last seen on Saturday, August 6th at a party in Truckee, California. Officials say between 200 and 300 teens and young adults attended the party, about 30 minutes northwest of Lake Tahoe. Since the party, Kylie's phone has been out of service.
And we're not looking to bust anybody else or get anybody in trouble. We just want to see our daughter home.
Her mother, Lindsay Rodney Neiman, told ABC News she received a text from her daughter on August 5th saying she would arrive home in about 45 minutes. After that, Rodney Neiman texted her daughter to be safe and that she loved her. "Okay, Mom, I love you too," was the last text Rodney Neiman received from her daughter. 16-year-old Kylie, known for her love of music, was last seen at the party between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the morning. Investigators say she was seen wearing this white hoodie at the party that features the name of music collective Odd Future.
At this point, we don't want to compromise the investigation, so this was the only photo we were able to release.
Investigators say Kylie was also loaned this black sweatshirt and was wearing some necklaces before she went missing. Right now, they're asking for anyone at the party with more information to come forward.
If anyone has more video that they have not submitted, please, there's no small amount of information for us. And more witness accounts from the party. If you have not come forward, if you were there and you saw something, please come forward and let us know.
Investigators are also looking for Kylie's 2013 Honda CR-V with a California license plate 8YUR127.
There is a Ram sticker that is located on the back of Kylie's vehicle, right underneath the rear wiper blade. So we believe this is very important information for the community.
Let's see here. Here's the
Shannon Moon. I'm the sheriff of Nevada County, and appreciate everyone's response and being here today to get some more information into our investigation. We have been working with the family and really since the very beginning trying to make sure that we focus on all of our efforts being for the family. And at this time, last night we did receive some information of the recovery of the vehicle that we've been searching for, and it was located inside the Prosser Lake. It was located within a search zone that we have been searching since the very beginning of our operation. We were very fortunate that we had the assistance of a volunteer group, the Adventures with Purpose, that came out with some very specific expertise and were able to help us in locating the vehicle that we had been searching for several
No
weeks.
ad. No ad.
Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
I'm waiting
Will give you
so I can skip it. There we go.
It's at these times that we really want to recognize the reason why we're all here, and that is for this family. We've said that from day one with our staff, the incredible amount of collaboration that we've received from our partners in this region. You know, clearly being a mountain town, we're used to having great collaboration, knowing that none of us have enough resources to go around. But when we all work together, I think it is an incredible show of how committed all of our agencies are for our community here. Working hand in hand in unified command, joint command with the Placer County Sheriff's Office, the folks from the California Highway Patrol, the Truckee Police Department, and our friends from the Federal Bureau of Investigations. The amount of effort that all of these agencies put together really truly is why we're here today. And as we eliminated a lot of tips and information that was coming in, I think it's very important to understand that all of that work did lead us to this time. And being able to focus on the services that we provide to our families here that are impacted. We've recovered the vehicle. We recovered the vehicle last night. We have located a decedent inside the vehicle. We believe it is our missing person. We have not been able to positively identify, but it's more than likely where we are today. And we wanted to make sure that the family had all that information first. The last thing we want to do is have them learn information outside of our team. So I think that is one of the points that I really want to make sure that our communities know and the folks that are watching today know is truly how committed we've been throughout these last few weeks in coming to this resolution. It's still an active investigation, and I understand there will be and that we will continue to receive lots of questions regarding our investigation, and we will release what we can. But at this time, our commitment is to this family, and that is where we will consistently reach for making decisions on what we release. Again, it is still a very active investigation. So again, I appreciate everyone being here, getting this information out. It is the reason why we're here is because of the community support and the amount of work that was put into this investigation to where we could clearly identify very specific areas to search. The Adventures with Purpose folks did just a fantastic job at being able to locate the vehicle as quickly as they did, based on, again, a lot of heavy lifting that the folks behind me have done throughout the last couple of weeks. So I appreciate everyone being here, and we'll open up for some questions.
I'll go first.
Yes, ma'am.
What agency called in a victim with purpose, and when did you decide that we needed this extra help?
Captain Sam Brown from my agency. I'd be happy to answer this question.
Yeah, thanks. The question was which agency requested. I'm not exactly sure that an agency had reached out and requested from within our unified command, but as everybody's reading online and seeing all the information that was coming out, and we realized that there was an interest from Adventures with Purpose, we did link up that group with Sergeant Mike Powers with the Placer County Sheriff's Office. They had lots of communication as they were going to be traveling to this area, and then a lot of detailed information that was shared that wasn't necessarily out to the public yet that hopefully was of assistance to helping them locate the area to go to.
You said the car was found in the area where you've been searching since the beginning. What did AWB have that maybe you guys didn't have, or why was that missed?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. That's one that everybody's going to have, right? Is how did we not find it when we were searching? The lake was extensively searched with side sonar, with an ROV. We had divers, we had swimmers. I think that's part of what we're going to have to go back to do and debrief. You know, when peace officers are out in the field and volunteers and searchers, it doesn't mean that they're experts in the field, right? These are sometimes ancillary duties, and we're calling from other agencies to try to jump in. And tracking underwater is an extremely difficult thing to do. So I think part of our debrief on any of these situations is how do we figure out to improve our services, work on our resources and the way that we use them. A lot of this equipment is high end, very expensive, and you really need to have a lot of practice and expertise. And I think that's where a group like Adventures with Purpose is able to focus and practice those skills and really hone them. And so we're appreciative that they were able to come out and locate it. I also don't want to take away, though, from anything from our volunteers, as well as law enforcement that have been out there. I mean, we literally had people swimming in the water looking down so that we didn't disturb the ground initially. You know, my understanding is the vehicle was upside down. That also makes it more difficult. And if silt and things come up above, that can also make things difficult. So before I really can say, hey, why we weren't able to do it, I also could say that we eliminated a lot of areas that we would still be searching if we didn't have all the great people out there. And that helped give them some guidance as well, I think. But clearly their expertise in diving and their equipment that they brought to the table assisted us, and we appreciate that.
Do they specifically have any specific technology that all of these 16 law enforcement agencies have?
I'll have to debrief with them before I'd have the answer to that question. I believe we're going to try to do that today.
These old notes were $43. I uploaded them to StuDocu, and they made me an offer.
Adventures with a Purpose has referenced red tape a couple times, saying they don't have the red tape that agencies have. What is that red tape, and why might it be easier for a private organization to do this?
I don't know exactly what we're talking about in regards to red tape. I think that from the very beginning, we never deterred anybody other than certain scenes that we closed off at times that became areas of interest and we wanted to protect for evidence. So I don't know that there was any red tape ever put on this. I mean, if you look at the amount of man hours that went into it, it was like over 15,000. And I know it's even higher than that now. I don't think there was ever red tape. There were maps created for civilians to be out. The boat ramp and the lake were never actually shut down, because the way we were looking at it is more eyes out there, the better off we're going to be for finding Kiely. And that was continually the goal. So I'm not sure that there was ever red tape. I think it comes down to lots of factors. And like I said, we're going to debrief and try to figure out how do we become better and do a better job at these types of operations.
Why did agencies believe it was an abduction at first?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of miscommunication. I don't know that it was ever labeled as an abduction. I think that you can never take that off the table. And so as we talked as a command group and unified command with all my partners that you see behind us, you couldn't remove that off the table because we hadn't found her. And so, that was some of the struggles with some of the services that we wanted to obtain and things we wanted to do, but we couldn't say it wasn't an abduction, but we also never said that it was an abduction. I think that was clarified fairly early on. But we also probably wouldn't have received all the services and all the people if that wasn't an option. If this was truly a search and rescue mission, we may not have had all the resources to conduct interviews. I think they identified over 400 juveniles, and to be able to interview all of those folks and provide feedback off of all that, it takes an army of people. And I think we were lucky to be able to put that together between my partners and agencies that are right behind me.
Did any of the juveniles, anybody mention a car going over the side, a car in the water on all those?
I don't believe that statement was made, not to my knowledge.
Was there any indication that this was an accident or foul play?
That's still being investigated. If we'd like, we can turn it over for CHP can give some information. They are conducting the accident investigation utilizing their mate team.
Good morning, Josh Ellers, Assistant Chief with CHP Valley Division based in Sacramento, which Truckey's a part of. I can confirm that our department is conducting a fatality traffic collision investigation. We're harnessing all of our resources, working with all of our partners here. As you see, we're utilizing our mate team, our multidisciplinary accident investigation team, to harness more data from the vehicle that was recovered. Also, we've utilized all of our air resources to map and video and take photographs of the area in question. And that's currently ongoing, so I can't comment on the nature and details of that investigation, but I certainly appreciate all the partnership that we have here with our local county and state partners, and we'll continue to assist in any overarching way that we can as an agency.
Do you know how close the vehicle was to the actual party site?
I don't have the exact location in terms of distance, but it was relatively close to the area in question.
Like a few hundred yards or half a mile?
I couldn't say. I haven't seen the exact data and the mapping. That's still ongoing.
Did many partygoers leave by the same route?
Now, this is, I can't comment on all that, but what I can tell you is, and I think it's been discussed, is this is a very popular area. There's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of vehicular traffic on and off road. So certainly crisscrossed and a lot of extensive movement in that area continually throughout this time of year, certainly.
Is there any suspicion that it could have been another car who maybe hit this car, or was it a one-person car situation?
I don't have that information that I could comment on at this time. What I can tell you is we'll do a thorough investigation. We'll take every bit and piece of information that we have, including what's already been provided to us, and we'll reach some conclusions that will be provided to the parties of interest at that time.
Before Adventures with Purpose went out there this weekend, when was the last time that we had swimmers or divers from any of these 16 agencies out there fishing that area?
I defer back to the Nevada County Sheriff.
Yeah, I would say that we actually had divers, not necessarily in Prosser, but in lots of bodies of water up until even the days that they were there. There were many ponds that we were following up on Coldstream, as well as other bodies of water. So I don't know that dive teams ever discontinued. It was more of trying to still follow up on all of those things. And I believe Adventures with Purpose also had been diving at other lakes as well within the area.
Is there any time frame from the time that Adventures with Purpose started? How long has it been time?
You're talking on Prosser Lake specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was relatively quickly, but I don't have an exact time. Like, again, we're gonna have to debrief with them, figure out, between putting equipment down, getting in the water, and identifying where the car was at.
Can you talk about what happened last night in terms of taking the car out when the law enforcement was there? What happened last night?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the law enforcement partners you see behind me were present during that time, trying to do the best they could for ensuring that everything was done correctly, and also trying to add some levels of privacy to the best of the ability in worrying about the family and ensuring that they were covered as well. But I mean, beyond that, I don't know what your specific question is asking. But
how do you get a car out that's offshore? How does that happen, and then where does the car go? What happens? What happens from last night when you arrived to today?
Yeah, so once the car was located, dive teams were assembled. I believe Placer County was probably still the primary dive team. They have to use lots of devices to lift the car, turn it over, and then the use of tow trucks was what made it possible for pulling the vehicle out of the water. And the vehicle is taken down. The FBI has offered up assistance and are going to be helping to conduct investigation regarding the vehicle itself, and making sure that we don't miss something that may be in there that we're not aware of.
Are you guys confident the car was in the water since the night of the party?
CNT is up and running. Let's get you in here so we can go.
I have no reason to believe that it wasn't, but until we have those answers, I wouldn't know the answer to it.
Can you just clarify as far as what teams have been in that area before Adventures with Purpose, if any, on that specific, on Prosser?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost so many that it would be hard to link out between the different teams. There were numerous boats: Yuba County, Alameda, Nevada County, Placer County. Swimmers came from Washoe County. We had divers from every single one of those agencies and then some. I mean, it was a vast amount of people. And I would just say, unless you've conducted these types of searches and tried to do it, it does take a level of expertise, and nothing's perfect. When you fly a helicopter over the air trying to identify if something is there, most places give that less than a 5% probability of detection, meaning if you flew over, you only have a 5% chance of seeing something. You had trees and brush and bushes and dirt and all these other things, and it becomes a pretty difficult task. Even though once you find the answer, on hindsight, everything looks 20/20. The reality is it's not that simple. It is pretty complex and it's tough. So again, we're just appreciative that the resources came out and were able to help us in locating.
Were there signs that the person in the car tried to escape?
I think that's too preliminary for us to be able to determine that at this time.
Was there more than one body in the vehicle?
No, there was not more than one body in the vehicle.
Describe the difficulty when water does over 2 weeks to that.
It depends. That's a complicated question. I'm not an expert in water. However, temperature of the water and things like that come into play. But it can add difficulty based on many factors that can cause damage to, obviously, things that we want to look at to investigate, but also to bodies that may have been submerged for a period of time.
There likely could have been tire tracks or some type of signal that a car did go into the water there. Did rain impact that? Did this heavy activity in the area impede seeing those signs?
I think everything's a factor, but again, that's where we rely on the MATE team from CHP to come in with their expertise and be able to provide some of those answers.
And it seems that advocacy purpose have pretty sophisticated equipment. It's something that the agencies here have for the hospital.
Yeah, I'll have to debrief with them to figure out what equipment exactly they use to see if it's items that we have or if it's a matter of training with the items that we have. So until we talk to them and know exactly what they used and how they went about it, I wouldn't be able to answer that correctly.
They also said the car was 14 feet deep. Did y'all go that far to look for the car?
Yeah, some of that information is sometimes deceiving. So yeah, the car was reported at 14 or 15 feet. However, the water level since the 6th has also dropped a vertical 3.5 to 4 feet, which could be 20 to 25 feet off of shore. So a lot of things have changed in those aspects. Until we really can look into all that information and sort through it, it's difficult to say whether those factors had a play in it or not. I think it's still more important for us to debrief, look at training, look at equipment, look at tools, and look at outside entities that are experts where this is maybe their full-time gig that they do, and try to see how we have that involvement from the community to come out and help support.
At this time, can you tell if there are any signs of foul play?
At this time, we're not going to be able to say anything like that.
It's been said that people were drinking before you got night. Was anything found in the car that we need to believe that she was drinking it? The person found it?
Yeah, the investigation's ongoing, so we're not going to be able to comment on that.
Seemed like when it found the car, it might have been from the road. Do you have a suspicion that there were parking on that little island?
I wouldn't be able to comment on that either unless somebody gave some statements to that. I hadn't heard any information like that, though.
Do you have any theories as to how the car got in the water, and also what gear was the car found in?
I think if I make up theories, then I'm just guessing, and I'm going to lead us back into a trail that's not certain. So we'll wait until we have those facts and details. And as far as the car, we're not going to release any information until we've done a solid investigation on it.
Who received the first call from emergency purpose, and what was that call like?
I don't know that we received a first call. I think we reached out to them after we read it online. And so I'm not sure, I mean, again, with 150 law enforcement officials, it's possible that a call came in and something happened. But from the Unified Command and talking with my partners, none of us were aware of an initial. So we tasked the investigative sergeant with contacting them and reaching out. So I believe, best I know, we did that proactively on our end.
And they contacted the family?
I think there's still some sketchy details on exactly how that contact went out. So I don't want to speak on behalf of the family.
What was it when you heard personally? When you heard that they might have found the car, what went through your head?
Well, I think what we all are thinking, which is hopefully this is true, and we got a lot of work ahead of us to make sure that we still do right by the family. Our biggest concern is making sure that the family has been aware of everything from day one, and that we're not shielding them, but we're also not bombarding them with things. There's a lot of ups and downs throughout this investigation, a lot of emotional turns throughout the whole thing, and our goal is to make sure we're supportive of the family throughout this whole task and doing our best in that.
How long will an investigation, or maybe that's for any control of it, how long does an investigation to look at a car take to figure out what may have happened?
I mean, I think there's a lot of factors in that. I don't mind turning it over to CHP and Richmond.
Because obviously we have a multifaceted investigation with multiple agencies, it can take time. The FBI is working, evaluating the vehicle. We have to come in and do that. We want to allow them to work. We'll come in and examine data, examine the vehicle, have all of our investigators look at that car. So depending on circumstances, it can be several days, it can be several weeks. We also want to wait on other information related from the coroner's office and other things that all get compiled into a comprehensive investigation. So the easy answer is it could take a while.
All right, we've had an opportunity to hear from most reporters. Most have asked 2 questions. Is there anybody that had a follow-up question that they have not been able to ask yet? Go ahead, sir.
There was a report that Adventures with Purpose was told by police that they did not need to search Foster, or at least in this area where the car was found, because that had been extensively searched already. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably not accurate. And we shared maps, ping information, and locations. And so we probably shared that was extensively searched and sonar was used, and that may add to the level of where they chose to go to first or last. However, nothing was prevented or shared. And I don't believe that we gave any indication that we thought we knew where she was at, because clearly from all of our daily press releases, we reported over and over again that we didn't know where she was at, and we needed anybody's help and assistance in finding that location.
But you were working in partnership with Adventures with Purpose?
Yeah, I believe that what ultimately occurred was that our sergeant was able to make contact with them, Sergeant Powers with the Placer County Sheriff's Office, come up with a plan and share information on where things were at. And so we're still appreciative, like I said, of them being able to locate the vehicle.
Will we get the cash reward for helping find the vehicle and the body?
It's not a question I'll be able to answer.
May I ask, have you been able to determine a cause of death, and will there be a toxicology report conducted?
The question was, have we determined cause of death, and will there be a toxicology inquest? Yes. Autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. Toxicology results generally take 4 to 6 weeks for a return on those, and at that time we will provide that back over to Nevada County.
Does anyone from the family want to make any comments at this point specifically about this massive search and all the tips that we
had? Yeah, they
It is okay to be so stressed and overwhelmed that you feel like you need to talk to someone about it. And by that, I mean going to therapy. Lately, the transition from college into post-grad.
And I'm Andre Senior. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a short time.
Excuse me, it's a little late for me. And then there's also SF investigates. He has the family statement regarding Kiely May Rodni for immediate release. Oh, oops, sorry. Truckee, California, August 22nd, 2022. Friends, family, law enforcement, media, and our global community. We are eternally grateful for the love and support you have shown us in the last couple of weeks. We have weathered a storm of unfathomable force, and it is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand by. Mr. Rogers famously told the story of looking for the helpers. Whenever he saw scary things in the news, we have not had to look for the helpers, as you all come to our rescue in full force. We are forever indebted to you. While we accept this sadness cast under death's shadow, the rising sun shines light upon us, reminding us not to mourn our loss, but to celebrate Kiely's spirit and the gift that we all received in knowing her. Kiely will surely remain with us, even though we will not get her back. There are certain occasions when words fail. Perhaps this is why our human nature has given us art, dance, music, which all are often more effective ways to connect us to each other and our rawest emotions. Sorry, I'm tired. It's like 10:30 at night. I'm about to go to bed. Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to life song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls. In gratitude, the Rodni Nyman family. Very poetic. Very poetic statement. Oh my God. I need something to keep me awake. I need caffeine. Wow. That's wow. Music. This guy was at the Prosser Park about 23 hours ago. They are about to pull the vehicle out from the water. I do not need to witness that. Her grandfather has met up with other family members. My heart is broken for Kylie and her family. He has pictures up showing that he was there. Damn. Shows close screen footage. I'm trying to get the fuck down. Trying to scan the water to see where. If I could see the car. I think it's right there. Yeah, right there. That might be it. But I don't know. No, I don't know that. That's running the footage. No. That was drone footage.
That there's no.
I mean, there's a lot of tree branches broken. I don't know, though. That could be just from, excuse me, people tromping over. Not now. There. Could be just a branch. What's that say? Don't know. Looking at the footage. I can zoom in, but I can't. I don't see anything now. And there was a tree down there, but that was all in the muck. The car would have been mucky looking. Came out clean. So it has to be somewhere where it's nice and crisp and clear. I mean, I see a lot of trees down in one section here. There are trees running it, so the down trees, but I don't know. It's just like most though. Maybe that I would have been knocked down long enough for moss to grow, so that ain't it. Little fishy. I wish there was sound. Don't know. I've seen in church with it down on at the rock. Boom. 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 Which is down. Let's see anything. Not one. Excuse me. No, did you? I see nothing in the water. Just fish. Looks like a face in the clouds on that water. Right there, doesn't it? Oh my god. Just look at the cloud formation. You can see a smile and everything. I'm gonna try and screenshot that. And notice in its own. Because I see a face there in the clouds. You see teeth, smile, the nose. Yeah, it's real clear. They do say that water is a good conductor for spirits. And you can see your face there. Posted on my on all platforms so people can see it. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Because you can see the face. Can't really see. What you see is the cloud above. Camila. That looks like someone's screaming. With their hands like this. I'll outline them. And there's the blue car. Don't see anything with that. Someone dropped it all. He even has pictures.
Location of the party. I found there's lots of, alcohol bottles and cans still out here. There's glow sticks and glow stick packaging. One thing I would note is that I have full cell service out here. I've been sending somebody else 30 and 40 megabyte videos with no problem. So as far as the theory of, we didn't see many photos and videos on social media because of the reception, that's not the case out here.
You hear that? Straight from a guy that's on at the site. And what did he find? Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't look that crowded. Maybe it's when first was starting the party picture. This is going on to someone else. Whew. So tired. God, I'm on this person's Twitter. Oh, let's see. Who else did she say to go to?
Longest part of this case. He's the one who did a bunch of drone footage. Now, I would implore people to go to his Twitter and actually look at all the footage. There was one I watched either, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday, that Grizzly True Crime was showing on.
Grizzly True Crime. Let's see here. Grizzly True Crime. Okay. Pop that up. Save that. I did. Get it. That's one of them. We'll get to that. 3, 2, 1.
Hi Grizzlies, welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela Kay, and today we continue to look at the case of 16-year-old Kiely.
Scope of details we can release.
A highly active investigation. Okay, and so they are limited to the details that they can release.
We began our search for Kiely at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10:40 a.m. We placed 2 sonar boats in the water. By 11:15 a.m., Nick detected an object underwater using cutting-edge Garmin sonar technology. I was able to then confirm that it was, in fact, a vehicle in roughly 4.
Sorry, you guys, I just have to slow the chat down. Ooh, mate, weird. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just give me 1 second. I hope that you watched that as well on their channel. If not, go subscribe. The PI that was out there as well also confirmed. For anyone trying to debunk that Steve's not a real PI and all that kind of thing, because people say that about him, he wouldn't be allowed at the scene amongst everyone.
We understand that the resource we provide with our unique skill set is rare, and it is an honor to help agencies and families all across the nation. We will be working together with authorities here to share this knowledge over the next couple of days. It is always our mission to promote and share the techniques we utilize so that our purpose can help as many people as possible.
We'd like to thank all of our supporters. We can't thank all of you enough for your donations and putting us in this position as we continue to grow.
Remember, this is a volunteer search team. And these are YouTubers and professional divers that have found purpose in helping out in missing persons cases, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone who...
If you want to see her footage, just go to Grizzly True Crime. Okay? They did a lot with the Prosser Reservoir exclusive drone footage. How did Kiely's car get in there? And everything. I mean, she went really in depth with this. I mean, hi Todd Barker. Hi Devitt. Hi, a weird person. How you guys doing? Hopefully we found, since we found a car, we found Kiely, but it's sad. Any questions? I'm doing good. Just a little late for me. I'm about to go sleep. Been raining. I would have done this stream part 2 to the first stream earlier, but had a power outage. Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking. I really, really appreciate that. Like I said, I had a power outage. Everything went down. I had to even reboot the circuit breaker and everything to get everything working again because of a bad thunder and rainstorm. Yes, I know the power on's now on, thankfully, and thankfully it holds since there's no rain for the next couple days. It just seemed weird. I did this first stream and then like an hour later, within that hour, the conference came up and everything else, and then after the stream went off, so did the power. I mean, my TV went off, my alarm, my Alexa, my lights. I have fish downstairs that need the electricity or whatever to keep the water circulating so they can breathe. So, but luckily it wasn't that long. It was just like a 15-minute thing, and you know, I mean, we get it bad up here with the outages. I mean, last year was bad because a tree fell on a telephone line or whatever, power line or whatever, and it took like 8 hours for it to get fixed because we had to wait for someone to come from the electric company that they use to put the wires back up, and then a lumber company to cut the tree because there was a big limb like the size of a football field almost and cut the tree and everything. It took a while and it was still raining and pouring and yeah. Pennsylvania. But luckily it ain't gonna be that bad this year since the rain season is almost over. But I would have done this earlier, but thank you guys for bearing with me. I used to be a YouTuber for PlayStation, streaming PlayStation games and stuff like that. But my PS4 went down. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with the channel. I'm thinking of, doing comments on celebrity news, crime shows, stuff like that. Because I can't really hook up the GameCube, the Wii, or the Switch to the computer. I don't know how to do that. If I knew how to do that, I would be streaming like Animal Crossing and stuff like that. But I can't do that anymore. I mean, all that went by the wayside with the PlayStation, with the PS4. Yeah. PS4 now is just decoration. It went blocky on me, and I tried to get all my memory back, and PlayStation wouldn't refund me the money for all the money I put into it, since I was most of the money went into the Sims, and I had every single thing when it came to the Sims and stuff like that, and I was about to get even more expensive patches for it and everything, and it just went down. Yeah. It took an update and just went. And at the time they stopped making the PS4 Pros and everything, the one that I had and everything. So I'm like stuck with a paperweight, a big freaking paperweight. Yeah. And my boyfriend won't let me get rid of that and sell the games or anything. So I'm like, yeah, it's nothing but a paperweight now. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a way of getting the PS5, maybe. I mean, I had the VR set. I had games to go with the VR, and I mean, I had the whole setup, even with the little sticks. Yeah. Yeah, it was good until it went down. And yeah, it sucks. I know it sucks. Regular Switch. Regular Switch, the handheld with the joysticks that came off. Yeah. I have Animal Crossing on their Subnautica 1 and 2, all the Five Nights at Freddy except for the Halloween one, which I don't understand why they didn't put that one out. Got trivia games, the expansion packs for the Switch, and stuff like that. How? Because I don't know how. This poor girl don't know how. I don't know how to stream with an handheld game like that. That Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, the furthest I can do with it is play Hulu on it and watch Twitch. And I don't even know how to really use Twitch other than go on Treasure Islands for Animal Crossing. So I'm kind of new at the Switch. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still new at the Switch, even though I had it for about a year now. I'm still figuring it out. Because I would love to stream the Animal Crossing. I really would. I mean, I have Fortnite. I'm not exactly on Switch right now. I have it charging. Since I was on it all day. Until the power outage. I was playing my Jeopardy and stuff like that. And trying out that new Pokemon game that's like I forget what it's called now. God, I forget. Because I don't have a smartphone or anything, so I can't really link it up to a smartphone. I'm that broke. My real name? I'm not giving out my real name. I'm sorry. I'm not giving out a real name. I might suggest it to my fans. That's all. I had, let's just say it's for privacy reasons. It's Oh, okay. I'll try that. I'll see if I can do that. Because it would be nice if I could do that. I appreciate you helping me, Dev. I really do. I mean, I'll try it tomorrow morning or sometime during the day. See if it works. I mean, I have a TCL Roku, so that's the type of TV I got. So I don't know if it would work. And I did all that. I did step 1. It's all connected to the HDMI cable is connected to the TV. I don't have an output on my TV. That's the thing. The smart TV. I only have it going in. I wish I had a regular TV. Probably would work with a regular TV, but my boyfriend decided to upgrade us to a smart TV. To the Roku. Yeah, that's what I'm talking on. I have a Dell. It's a Dell. Very old Dell. Since I bought it from Rent Center. And I'm still paying on it. We had an Alienware that I had for 10 years. Until it went by the wayside. Yeah, it was a really good computer. I loved the Alienware. I could change the colors on the keyboard and everything. Oh, yeah. I love that thing. And me loving UFOs and stuff, it was right up my alley. And I looked at the new ones. Oh my god, I'm in love with the new version of them. But it's so mad expensive. I want it so bad, but it's so mad expensive. My boyfriend knows how to do that more than I do. My boyfriend's more technical savvy. I just know how to make websites and do YouTube. A little bit. I know it would be cheaper, but my boyfriend knows how to do that because he said he'd done it in the past, but... Oh, JavaScript? I heard of that. I'm surprised it's still around. Last time I used JavaScript, oh god. It's old. Yeah, I know. That I know. Because I used JavaScript when I was younger. Yeah, I'm showing my age a little bit. I remember when JavaScript just started on a computer. Yeah. I remember that, yeah. Shows how old I am. Oh, really? You're around my age then. You're around my age. You're about like 2-3 years older than me. I mean, I do have Facebook and everything. Let me get my Facebook profile. And you guys can add me or whatever if you guys have Facebook. Oh, that's cool. That's my Facebook. Let's see. Twitter. Let's see. Just a lot. I want to go to my profile. Where's my profile? Profile, there we go. What I put in there. My friend's name, actually. It's one of my best friends that passed away, so I wanted to do it in memory of her. But that's not my name. Instagram.
According to Wikipedia,
Shut up. I hate when it does that. Let's see here. And my Instagram. There we go. And my Instagram. I don't know. I'm about to go sleep though. But if you guys want to contact me, those are the best places to contact me, and I will answer messages when I can. Because it is like 11 o'clock and I have to get up in the morning. But it was nice talking to you guys. It was nice talking to you again, and hope to talk to you guys later.